So the starting salary of a newly qualified nurse in the UK is about £29,180 per annum, okay? That's approximately £15 per hour. That's the starting salary of a newly graduated nurse in the UK. And in today's video, I'll be sharing 7 side hustles that pay way more than being a nurse in the UK. You'll be surprised to see some of the side hustles I have on my list today. You'll be surprised. If you're interested, stay tuned.
Said info. Hey, stop that.
Guys, let me just say, forgive me. I'm going to sound a bit nasal in this video. That's because I'm terribly ill, but content must content, okay? So let's get straight into the video. Hi, my name is Nanelle. I'm a nurse originally from Ghana, but currently practicing in the UK. On my channel, I usually talk about ways to migrate to the UK, nursing, and also life as an immigrant in the UK generally, okay? So if these are topics that interest you, kindly hit the subscribe button, okay? Let's get to 100K. So the first on my list is creating content on YouTube. Yes, obviously that's going to be my number one because I have experience in this. Okay, so let me give you an example. Let me just get the fact right. I want to give you the exact figure. In the month of September, I did about 12 shifts in all, and my take home was around £1,900, thereabouts, £1,900. And in that same month, I made about 12 videos, okay, in September. I cashed out $2,931.82, okay? So YouTube pays in dollars, so to be fair, let me convert this to pounds and then we can, check. Okay, so at the moment that's about £2,464, okay, in the month of September. This is just one example, okay? So if you calculate, I made way more from creating content on YouTube than from being a nurse, because in that same month I had sponsorships as well. The interesting part is that those 12 videos that I made in September are still being watched now, and they'll still be watched next week and next year. So YouTube is still going to pay me for the views next year. Meanwhile, I have already done those videos months ago or weeks ago, but I'll still keep earning years from now, so far as people keep watching my videos, okay? So it's sort of passive as well. However, the shift I did as a nurse, which is my full-time job, fetched me way less than this, right? And I'm not going to make any money from those shifts that I have already passed. However, let me say that this YouTube money is before tax. I'll do my taxes April, but if you calculate, it's still like a bit more than being a nurse, because when you're lucky as a YouTuber and then you get sponsorships as well, this is even much higher usually, okay? And this is my side hustle. My full-time job is being a nurse, so you can just imagine. YouTube is a search engine. YouTube belongs to Google, so YouTube is a massive search engine, and I tell you, there are enough views to go around for everybody. I recommend YouTube to anybody at all. If you're a marketing man, if you're a student, I have convinced my mother to start a YouTube channel, a cooking YouTube channel. I have convinced my little sister who will be going to medical school in Ghana to start a medical student in Ghana YouTube channel. I have convinced my big sister to start a Christian YouTube channel. So far as you have an interest in this life, you can document things about this interest and make money from it. There are enough views for every channel, I tell you, okay? Just make sure that you have passion for what you're doing and don't give up. If you want to make money on YouTube, you first of all have to get at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, okay? Next year, God willing, I'm putting up a masterclass, okay, where like maybe a 3-day masterclass where I will share all my YouTube secrets, what has helped me grow and everything. So if you're interested, send me an email at info.nanelle.com and target YouTube masterclass, so that when the class is ready, my team will send you an email and then you can join the class, okay? It's not free, okay? So yeah, that is my number one side hustle, and it is very lucrative. We have the likes of Ali Abdal, who is a doctor in the UK NHS. He quit his job as a doctor in the UK NHS to do YouTube full-time. This guy now employs so many people, and now he can make as much as over £1 million from YouTube and other associated like monies that he gets from YouTube, like sponsorship, like selling merch, like his YouTube class, so many things. YouTube is a gold mine. Honestly, do not be deceived, okay? If only you are not shy to be on camera. And even there are channels that don't show their face. There are so many faceless channels that are doing so well. You just have to do voiceover and use what we call stock photos or stock videos. So many people are cashing out big time doing YouTube, okay? Don't be discouraged. I recommend YouTube to everybody. And if you really want to know my YouTube secrets I have learned over the years, send me an email. It'll be on the bottom of the screen, okay? So the second side hustle that I recommend is freelancing, okay? There are platforms like Fiverr, there are platforms like Upwork where you can register as a freelance, let's say website designer or website developer, a photographer, a video editor, a thumbnail designer, like so many things. You can register on these platforms and get paid by people when they need your services, okay? It got to a point, YouTube editing was taking so much of my time. I wasn't having enough time for my family, so I decided that I was going to pay somebody to edit my videos for me. So I went on Fiverr, okay? The amount of money these guys were going to charge me for editing a 10 minutes video, I changed my mind. I decided that I'll rather find ways on how to edit faster myself. And then they are even fully booked. Like people need those services. See, even if you don't know how to video edit, even if you don't know how to do any of these things, website design, blah, 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 you can learn, okay? There are people that never knew anything about these things from scratch, but they took advantage of platforms like Skillshare. And that is why I'm super happy that Skillshare decided to sponsor this video. So if you don't know what Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes. There's a class with whatever thing you want to learn. There's a class on Skillshare for you. So let's say you're inspired by this video, you want to start freelancing. Let's say you want to start how to edit YouTube videos or how to make thumbnails. If you don't know what a thumbnail is like when you go on YouTube, you see the picture that shows what the video is about that makes you click on the video. Those things, those are the thumbnails. I paid this guy £11. I'll show the receipt on the screen. Over £11 on Fiverr to make one thumbnail for me. One thumbnail. The guy finished the thumbnail in about 20 minutes. Okay, so imagine, and this is somebody who can get like fully booked and will not even accept orders. So imagine he's making like £11 in 20 minutes. So imagine if he's working like a full hour. This is way more. He's making way more than you as an S. Honestly, you have to take advantage of platforms like Skillshare to learn some of these skills. It doesn't necessarily have to be video edits. It can be anything that you have interest in. Okay, so whatever your interest is, photography and freelancing, cooking, editing YouTube videos. Now people even learn how to edit Instagram Reels. They edit for people and they make money. Guys, like this is now like another gold mine. People are cashing out big time from it. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter where you are in this part of the world, you can still access platforms like Skillshare and learn a new skill. Or if you already have a skill that you want to polish or develop, you can use this Skillshare platform and learn to develop the skill and now start offering your services on other platforms and charge and make money. Imagine if somebody is in, let's say, Ghana, you're doing thumbnails for people, you're making as much as £11 in 20 minutes. It's good, right? It's really good. Even in this part of the world, that money in 20 minutes is great. How much more if you're in a place where the cost of living is not as high? So on Skillshare, you can either choose like a class for beginners or a class for intermediate level or an experience level, and then you can also choose the number of minutes you want the class to be. So you can choose a 15 minutes video. For me, who's crazy about growing my YouTube channel, I only watch videos on Skillshare about how to edit YouTube videos, how to improve on my editing skills, how to talk in front of a camera, how to be a good YouTuber in general. Those are the kind of classes that I take on Skillshare. For you, maybe YouTube is not your thing, maybe photography is your thing, maybe drawing is your thing, maybe cooking is your thing. Whatever it is your interest is, there's a class on Skillshare for you. Also, there are no adverts on Skillshare, no adverts whatsoever. So if you're interested and you want to give this a try, you want to learn something new, you just want to explore your creativity, I have good news for you today. So the first 1,000 people to use the link in the description will get 1 month free trial access to Skillshare. You can watch the videos that I spoke about, or you can watch anything that you want or anything that you have interest in, okay? Take this opportunity and learn something new. Honestly, learn something new. Take advantage of this. Offer that service to people, that new skill. Offer your services to people and make big money. In the next coming year, you should be making money, big money from your side hustle, because the way the economy is going. Okay, so thank you so much, Skillshare, for sponsoring today's video. So the third side hustle that I want to talk about is dropshipping. This is something that I definitely will do some in the future. I will try in the future. I definitely will. Okay, so let me explain what dropshipping is for those of you who are hearing it for the first time. So let's say I create a website and then I say I'm selling bags, okay? I will post nice pictures of the bag on the website and all that. I would advertise it. I can go and see YouTubers like Nanelle to advertise it for me, and then I'll put a lot of traffic to the website. I'll do the Facebook adverts. I'll do everything just to get lots of people to buy the bag. Meanwhile, I don't even have one of the bags, but I have done the branding so nicely on the website and everything. And let's say I'm selling the bag for £60. You know what? When somebody comes on my website to input their details that they're buying the bag, okay, what I do is I will go to a seller in China that has the bag that I have advertised on my website, and then I would input this person's details on the seller's page, on the seller's website or wherever, this China seller. So the seller will ship to this person. This person does not know. You buying the bag, you don't know that I don't have the bag. You actually think you got it from my website, but it was was actually shipped from China. So I would take your £60. However, the China seller sells the bag for £20. So when I input your details on the China seller's website and I'll pay the China seller £20, remember you paid me £60. £60 was deducted from your account. So now when I pay the China seller £20, I keep the remaining £40. Meanwhile, remember, I don't even have one bag. So you will get the bag, you'll be so happy, it's so nice, but I made £40 only from the website. I didn't even have the bag. So what is good about this is you don't need a capital. You only need a few pounds to create a very nice website and do adverts, bring it to YouTubers like Nanelle to advertise you, and then you pull traffic to your site, you get people buying, and then you get the shit from China. People are making huge money. There are some guys that have become millionaires from doing this thing called dropshipping, okay? There's AC Hampton, he's not a millionaire from doing dropshipping. There's this guy called Biahiza. He's a very young guy, but he's not a millionaire from dropshipping. And this can be a side hustle. When you watch my video with Nessus to Riches, Jason, he's also very business minded and always focused on how to make money. He also started doing dropshipping and he said he made so much money from dropshipping.
Before I started this YouTube channel, I used to dropship. I don't know if you know what that is. When I was dropshipping, it took me a while to figure out which product to sell, but I managed to find a product that was very marketable, and I was earning at least like $2,000 to $3,000 a week doing that.
As profits?
Yes, as profit. At the moment, you know.
So you just have to find a product that sells and get the right market to your website, and that's it. There are other things that can be like difficult. For instance, people may want to return the package, or sometimes the bag or the product might not be as described. Maybe you think it's a quality product, but a China seller will sell something of low quality and the customers might not be pleased. There are things that you have to learn, okay? So that takes me back to Skillshare. Go on Skillshare, learn about dropshipping, and then perfect your knowledge about dropshipping, and then you can start this. So the fourth side hustle is renting a spare room in your house on Airbnb. Have you guys watched Dr. Shadrach's video, that is Diaspora Careers and Investments, on how he states he does not pay rent in the UK, or how he does not pay his mortgage in the UK? So Dr. Shadrach is my very good friend here on YouTube. I watch his channel very, very much. It's called Diaspora Careers and Investments, and he and his wife, they have a house, okay? And he says that they have, let's say, a 3-bedroom house. So he rents one of the rooms on Airbnb. They live in a very good location, okay? So people are always coming to that area. Sometimes people just need a place to spend the night. People are charging like £60 a night. You can just go on Airbnb and see £60 a night, £90 a night. So imagine if you have all the days of the month booked. If your place is a hot cake area and there are people coming and traveling around that part all the time, you can imagine how much money you make. This is a side hustle that can actually fetch you more money than your nursing job. Sometimes if the house is a rented place, you'd have to seek permission from the landlord first, okay? And then sometimes maybe get a formal agreement or something before you can start doing that. But there are some landlords that actually accepts you to do that. So imagine if you have 2 spare rooms, okay? So this can actually be a good side hustle if you have space. So the fifth thing I'll talk about is selling products online, okay? You see, when you have a shop, you are sort of like restricted to the people in your area, like when you have a physical shop, okay? But when it's online, it will amaze you the number of people you can reach via online, okay? There are several people that have been made millionaires by selling products online, okay? And you can research about this and then start an online business. I've watched so many videos. I like watching these kind of videos. There's this lady that makes over $250,000 a year by selling candles. If you see the small space where she makes the candles, she just has one worker, and she's making this much money. Guys, she makes scented candles and it has fetched her so much money. And I would leave a link to the video I watched where she was interviewed in the description. Watch it and get inspired. Don't tell me this is a one-off thing, because I can give you more than 50 examples. I like watching these things online, so I know them. People have made so much money. You just have to do your branding well and find a product and find the right markets for your product, okay? Like I said, come and see people like Nanelle to advertise for you. There's this lady also who became a millionaire from selling eyelashes online. So many other things. So you have to do your research and find a product that you think will sell. I think that's the most important part, and not giving up, and then do your research on how to start an online business and all those things. It can be handmade products. It can be things that you have bought for cheap in China or wherever, and then you sell them with a bit of interest and then get your money. And the last one will be online tutoring, okay? So I know this lady that teaches English to Chinese kids online, and she's making so much money from it. And this is not even her main job. This is her side hustle, okay? And she's making way more from this than her main job. I know somebody that teaches maths, okay, online to kids, and then is also making big money, more than his full-time job, okay? So you have to find out whatever it is that your interest is, then you can actually get a side hustle. So do your research and get a side hustle that can fetch you extra money. Like I said, having only one source of income is like having no source of income, okay? So yeah, you can either start creating content on YouTube, you can start freelancing, and you can learn a new skill skill or develop an existing skill on Skillshare and start freelancing. You can do drop shipping. You can rent out a space in your house as Airbnb and get paid. You can sell products online, and then you can also do online tutoring. You can teach people something that you know that they do not know, and it will amaze you how much you can actually make from that. So that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you learned something from it, and I'm so happy. If you are interested in my YouTube masterclass, which I'm starting next year, I'll leave details of how to contact me in the description, so you can contact me, and then I'll teach you every single thing that I know about making it here on YouTube. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Bye.